Hello and welcome back to the Outdoor Cooking Man channel where we just cook stuff outdoors. In this video, we are going to make popcorn on the Blackstone Griddle. Now this is a fun and easy recipe to do. It only requires just a few ingredients, as you can see, popcorn. Now you want to make sure that you're using vegetable oil. I tried doing this with olive oil and I don't think the oil just got hot enough. That's unsalted butter that you see on your screen now. The butter makes it taste so much better. You don't have to use butter, obviously, but really that's the only thing you need throughout this video. And it's actually time-lapse. It took about 20 minutes total from start to finish, but you know, I've got this knocked down to about 8 minutes. So just the fun stuff. Now what you see here is I actually will spread a little bit of vegetable oil on the Blackstone. Like I said, normally I use olive oil, but to make sure that all of this cooks evenly and quickly, you can see I'll actually use vegetable oil today. But this is a really simple thing, and the kids love it. They actually say that this tastes much better than the bag popcorn, and we didn't even add any salt. So what I do and what you should do is I actually will let the popcorn kernels sit in vegetable oil. Now I went kind of heavy-handed with the vegetable oil, but that's okay. Let it sit for a couple minutes and then pour it on there right as you see. Also, a recommendation, two things. One, put your butter on a little bit earlier. I've got my butter set to high over there. The entire griddle is set to high. The other recommendation is make sure everything is flat. All the kernels are actually touching the griddle and not sitting on top of each other so that they cook evenly. Now, Blackstone has a cover that has a handle. I don't have that cover. I just used an UV glove. Now, the UV glove will get warm, so make sure that that you're prepared for that. If you can find one with a handle, use that. That's obviously safer. But the cool thing is this cook goes really, really quickly. Like I said, you want to make sure that you put your butter on a little bit before so that it's completely melted. In this video, the butter wasn't completely melted by the time the popcorn was ready. The other interesting thing too is where we live, for whatever reason, and you can start to see the popcorn and the oil and all of that stuff percolating together. It's windy, and so you'll see towards the end of this video, the wind just kind of kicks up and shoots my popcorn all over, but we still had enough and the kids really enjoyed it. So what you want to make sure that you do is just make sure that you're rotating or shaking your cover for a little while. You'll start to hear the popcorn kernels. In fact, there's probably a number of them already popped. You'll start to hear them jumping up and hitting the top or the sides of that bowl. And it's almost just like cooking in a microwave, but it tastes much better. What happens is they'll all start to pop at the same time. Now, if you have them evenly laid on the Blackstone Griddle, it'll actually go by a little bit quicker. But what happens is they'll start popping all at the same time, and then you'll hear it trail off. So much like if you put bag popcorn in the microwave, you'll hear like 1 or 2 pops, and then you'll hear like 30, 40, 50 pops all at once, it seems like, and then it kind of winds down. When it winds down, that's going to be your cue to slide it over to a cool area. Now, I went and grabbed a second UV glove, but what my son wanted to see was the kernels, and so that's the first sign that things are doing well. Now, what happens is when I go to take the cover off to pull the popcorn kernels off, you're going to see them fly everywhere. We lost a few good kernels that day. However, we still had tons to eat. And you'll see throughout this actually goes really quickly. You can see the kernels are popping right in front of our eyes, but rotating it like you see on the screen actually makes them go a little bit faster. And then I try to slide it over to the cooler section, and this is where it starts to get a little crazy. And the cool thing with this is actually it's really easy to clean up because they're just kernels. Oh, there we go. Look at, oh, like crazy. It's almost like being at the movie theater and the crowd goes wild, as they say. And so I try to quickly get them off the Blackstone, but you can see I've got popcorn kernels everywhere. Still plenty of kernels, a lot of kernels on the ground, but it's pretty funny. My son, as you saw, he made an appearance. He really enjoyed it, and really it's as easy as that. You'd be surprised how simple and easy this is. Now, I've actually done caramel popcorn, and that takes a special type of sugar, which I'll do later on. But again, this is a fun, easy, super easy cook to do and to go through. The final step is to just mix the butter in the popcorn, and you're going to see that I actually do that right here. I get all of the sections turned up so that I can make an easy cleanup. But you can see here right now I'm just going to put the butter right over there, and then I'm going to try and shake it up so it tastes even better. But yeah, we didn't even add any salt to it, and the kids loved it. Normally they want a little bit more salt, but you can see here, just do a little shake, get that evenly distributed, and away you go. Now, as you saw, not all of the kernels popped. That's okay. The couple things that I could have done better: 1, use fewer kernels. 2, use less oil, and I can taste it. Tastes great. And 3, leave it on a little bit longer. 4, leave it flattened. I didn't flatten and make sure all of the kernels were touching the actual Blackstone, but you can see me just shaking it up, making sure it's nice and even. And then the final step is simply the cleanup. Now, again, the kids love this popcorn. Real simple and easy to do. Literally anybody can do it. It's a great first test run cook for your griddle, but literally anybody can do this. It took me a total of 25-30 minutes total when you include warming up the Blackstone Griddle. Hey, thanks for watching. I sincerely appreciate it. If you have questions about cooking on the Blackstone Griddle, just reply to this video and I'll be happy to answer the questions that you might have. Also, if you want the recipes that I use in all of my cooks, as well as the 15 best griddle cooking tips, click the first link in the description. Thanks for watching and take care.